Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. My name is Jay with Gospel Dinners, and we're going to get into another part in the Psalm series, chapter 4. And this chapter speaks about, a large part faith, but more importantly, trust in our Elohim, in our God. And it's a quick chapter, really quick, but it's very, very powerful if you just listen to the words that King David has spoken and has written down in this song. Just listen to the words, and they're very, very powerful. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into this reading chapter 4 in Psalms, verse 1. Answer me when I call, O Elohim of my righteousness. You gave relief to me when I was in distress. Show favor to me and hear my prayer. Till when, O you sons of men, would you turn my esteem to shame? Would you love emptiness, seek falsehood, Selah? And a quick pause. Like I said in the last video, in chapter 3, Selah is just a word that means pause, in kind of like conducting in a musical song. You pause, and it also is a reference to, it also refers to praising God at the same time. So it's a pause that you're thinking of praise to God and worship to God. So let's keep it going. We continue verse 3. But know that Yahweh has separated a loving, committed one for himself. That is interesting. Let me read that again. But know that Yahweh has separated a lovingly committed one for himself. Now, quick pause. I am reading from the translation TS 2009. You might have other, you might see other words there in verse 3, like, you might see in the King James Version, might say, but know that the Lord has set apart him that is godly for himself. The Lord will hear when I call to him. I just think it's very interesting because it's the psalmist, the verse is kind of alluding to the one, the one. And if you know about David, he's an archetype of the one. He is a shadow of the one to come. So keep that in mind when we're reading these, okay? Of the Messiah, because it's all about the Messiah. So let's keep on reading. Let's actually go back to verse 3. But know that Yahweh has separated a lovingly committed one for himself. Yahweh hears when I call to him. Now, he could be talking about the Messiah, or he could be talking about, just a person, a holy person like himself. You never know. You never know. All I'm saying is that read between the lines, and let's get back into it. Verse 4. Tremble and do not sin. Speak within your heart on your bed, and be still, Selah. Slaughter slaughterings of righteousness, and trust in Yahweh. Many are saying, who will show us good? Yahweh, lift up the light of your face upon us. Amen. You have put more gladness in my heart than in the season that their grain and wine increase. I lie down in peace altogether and sleep. For you alone, O Yahweh, make me dwell in safety. That was so powerful at the end. I could just feel his energy, his heart on that. When it says in verse 7, you have put more gladness in my heart. I could definitely relate to that. And also in verse 8, I lie down in peace altogether and sleep. For you alone, O Yahweh, make me dwell in safety. That is also something I definitely relate to. And you could just say in verse 6, you could just say this to anybody as a goodwill, as being loving. May Yahweh lift up the light of his face upon us. In verse 6. Very powerful stuff. Really good stuff from King David in this chapter of Psalms, chapter 4. Thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate it here at Gospel Dinners. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. And if you like the video and you want to continue to hear me read the scriptures, and we got other stuff in plan for the channel. So if you want to continue to support us, go ahead and subscribe and like. And we'll see you on the next one. And like always, may Yah bless you. And may he lift his light of his face upon you. Shalom.